Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today I would like to show you how you can use the BVA table that we've created during the previous videos. So I will just create the imaginary product, and I will show you how you can specify the data, the inputs in this file. So maybe this video will be useful for you. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. And let's start. So first of all, we specify we're going from top to the bottom, from big numbers to local numbers. So we are specifying the target annual revenue for the whole financial year. So for example, we are targeting $7 million revenue per year. Then we allocate this $7 million revenue inside 4 quarters. So for example, during the first quarter we are going to gain 15% of 7 million. Then we are going to reach 20%, then 30 and 35, and now we get 100% revenue allocation. So this means that we don't have a mistake here. We allocated 100% of the revenues. Then we know that we are selling some product, and the revenue comes from different sources, and now we need to describe these sources. So for example, the first one is wholesale, then let it be a retail. Then for example, we are selling also through Instagram, then YouTube and other social media, just as an example. And let's say that we are selling through wholesale 30% of the revenue, 12% in retail, then 15% through Instagram, then 35% through YouTube, and let's say 18% other social media. Oh no, we have a mistake, so we are selling 8%. Okay. So this is how the revenue allocated, between different sources. So these are our targets. So I will just extrapolate these allocations among other quarters, but for each quarter we can create its own allocation. So blues are the inputs, so we can play with blue cells the way we want. So we can create any allocation, so we can do it as we want. Here on the bottom, in the next table, we see in dollar values, how we allocate the revenues. So these are these revenues, and this is how they are allocated between their sources in metrics of dollars. Then we start talking about different types of costs that we have. So first of all, we have, let's say, office costs. Then for example, we have advertising. Then we have, let's say, payroll, then fixed costs, then direct costs. So here are, for example, we can create the names for different types of costs that you are planning to measure in BVAs. And then we specify the percentage from revenues for this or that type of cost. So for example, office cost will be 2% of revenue, will take us 2% of revenues. Advertising will be 8%, payroll will be 12% of revenues, fixed expenses will be 4%, direct expenses will be 25% of revenues. So here it is. And now we can just extrapolate also these percentages, and so we can also transform these percentages each quarter. I'm just extrapolated it from left to right, but you can also adjust these percentages quarter by quarter. So you can also have this opportunity because it is these are the inputs. So now here we have the target expenses for each quarter for each type of cost. And if we go to BVAs, here we see the targets that we've just created. So these are the targets. Target revenues, target. So this is the quarter, second quarter, then third
and fourth quarter. And now it's time for us to specify the actuals. So for example, for quarter one, the target revenue for the wholesale will be 400k. Then for example, for retail this will be like this, for example. Then for Instagram revenue we will have a bigger number. For YouTube we have, for example, a bigger number. For other social media we will have this number. So as you can see, we have here the colored alert buttons showing us what is good, what is bad. We are using conditional formatting. Then we do the same exercise for expenses. So for office costs, for example, we have $30,000. Then advertising was for example 90. Payroll was 130. Fixed costs were 13. Direct expenses were 300. And here we can see also conditional formatting showing us, so if the actuals were lower, it is good. If the actuals are higher, that it is bad. And here we see the target profit EBITDA. So this is the actual EBITDA. This is the percentage of EBITDA, and it is also colored with conditional formatting to give you a signal what is good, what is bad. And then you go quarter by quarter. So we can also, for example, specify let's specify data for Q2 to calculate H1, for example. So for the Q2 we will have 600 for wholesale, 150 for retail. Instagram will be a quarter of $1,000,000. YouTube will be like this. For other social media will be 400, for example. Then we move to expenses. Office expenses will be like $15,000, for example. advertising will be 200,000. Payroll will be this. Fixed expenses will be this, and direct expenses will be 400k. And here we can see the final results for conditional formatting, what is good for revenues, what is bad for revenues and expenses. So here everything is highlighted, colored with good colors, bad colors. So, and then this information is gathered so we can look at H1. We don't have inputs here which are colored with blues, because we are gathering the data from the first 2 quarters. And here we can see the results for H1, the first half. Then we do the same information. We put the data for Q3, revenues and expenses, get the H1 plus Q3 information, see what is happening in our business. Then we specify the data for Q4, revenues and expenses. Then we calculate half 2 BVAs, they are calculated automatically. And then finally we are looking at the whole financial year and see how the business is performing during the whole financial year. So these are all budget and actuals are automized. They are coming from H1 and H2, and you can specify all this information by quarter and see the results by H1 plus Q3, then H2, and the whole financial year. So maybe this video was useful for you. I will be giving the links on the creation of these budget versus actuals in the description of this video. Also, I will give the link to the whole playlist at the end screen of this video, so you may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.